What's going on, YouTube? Florida Man Knives here with a quick unboxing video of a knife that for me has always been a grail, something that I felt I had to own, especially as I've gotten older and more into fishing and just being underwater in general. So getting right into it, this you can see is going to be a pretty big Spyderco. It's going to be very, very related to this because it is actually going to be the Spyderco Aqua Salt model. This I'm really excited for. Sorry, taking a look at the box here. This thing is different. I'm so used to the Spyderco boxes that slide out. So this is going to be a fixed blade model that is going to be 100% rust proof, made out of H1 steel. There you can see is going to be the sheath with a nice clip for your belt carry if you so desire. And opening this guy up, I'm so excited. I've wanted this knife for so long. They actually reintroduced it in 2015. I believe it was discontinued prior to that, but man, already love this black FRN handle. Just fits amazing. Ergonomics are perfect, and there is the blade. Again, this is obviously H1 steel, and this is going to be made in Seiki City, Japan. Sal Glesser design. Love that. Wow, just so blown away. Holy moly, the handle is amazing. Just so I can get this in front of the camera to show it to you guys as well. This is going to be the sheath. May or may not take this clip off depending on how I plan to use it. This is going to be a great dive knife down the line for sure. A great, fishing knife for cutting up bait or just anything really, because you don't have to worry about it rusting. And then this is also going to be a fantastic tactical knife. I know that they're actually very popular amongst the military. That is part of the reason they brought them back in 2015. The originals actually had I believe it was a satin finish blade, and they made this one titanium nitride coated, excuse me, to obviously prevent that glare, both for just being underwater as well as for being, when you're using this in a tactical application. So that is definitely something that is pretty cool. I know this thing's going to hold up really well, this coating. The only negative for me would be that if I do drop this underwater, it's going to make it much more difficult to see on the bottom. But anyways, getting into the specs of this, the overall length is going to be 7 inches, excuse me. The blade length is going to be 4.69 inches, and the handle length is going to come in actually shorter at 4.55 inches. Your cutting edge on this is going to be quite long, as it is a fixed blade. A nice sharpening choil there I did want to note as well. But the cutting edge is going to be 4.38 inches. Your blade thickness, not the most stocky. It'll be pretty slicey for sure. Going to be thinner than a paramilitary 2 for reference, coming in at 0.12 inches, and then the handle thickness is going to be 0.7. Again, H1 steel, 100% rust proof, made in Japan, black FRN, which is injection molded around the tang. Man, this is just going to be amazing. So a couple real quick points, and then I will definitely address this in my review video of this, as well as my review video of my Dragonfly 2 Salt. And that's going to be that this H1 steel right here is going to be a little bit softer in the beginning, as it actually continues to harden over time as you use it. So each time you use it and then sharpen it, it gets more hard. So that is definitely something that's really cool about this. Something that I definitely have found to be true with my Dragonfly Salt 2. I've had that thing well over 5 years. And so if you do notice when you get this thing that it dulls out quicker in the beginning, that is going to be expected. So I did want to note that. Some other, interesting things. Obviously, it's going to be hollow ground with this drop point style blade. That is typical with the H1 steel. They never do a full flat ground with H1. They do with LC200N, of course. And that leads me to some comparisons real quick. So we're going to have the Spyderco Siren, which I actually just unboxed as well. Love this thing. And of course, these are going to be some folding knives in the beginning. So there you can see the blade length difference and then overall length. The Paramilitary 2 is going to be even smaller. And then more of a larger Spyderco is going to be the Native Chief. You can see right there just how that kind of sizes up to the larger folding knives from the Spyderco family. And then with a couple of fixed blades, just to be a little bit more typical with something that you'll be familiar with in your kitchen. This is going to be a 6-inch chef's knife. And then I do have some smaller knives as well. Gonna have an old Gerber that's all rusted. You know, just for comparison, you can see kind of the difference in the shape. And then another really old knife. This one is going to be a vintage Craftsman, actually, Skinner knife. You can see right there. I need to clean this thing up. But just for comparison's sake. And then the Cold Steel Super Edge, another dive knife. There you go. But anyways, couldn't be more excited about a fixed blade, to be honest with you. I do have a few of them, but don't use them too often. But this I will use all the time. That just exceeds my expectations. I've, like I said, wanted this thing for years and years since they re-released it in 2015. Just never pulled the trigger on it, and finally did. Has the Spidey hole there as well, really just for looks, but man, couldn't be happier. Definitely go check one out if you're interested, and let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching.